And start. So good evening, everyone. Here we are again. We are Dungeons and Dorks, and we are playing Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Tonight is our fifth game, uh, and things are really interesting. I'll start like I always do with a summary. The party went into a camp that was under the control of the Cult of the Dragon. They had previously stolen some uniforms and they pretended to be part of the cult. However, I guess I should point out that Grimly and Albrecht, the two dwarf members of the party, decided to stack on top of one another and use a single costume, which worked surprisingly well.
Brilliantly.
For a good part of the previous campaign. But at the end, due to a missed strength check, they fell on top of one another, revealing that they were two dwarves as opposed to a single cultist. I should, I guess, mention that Alveric was, or in a previous game, Alveric duel one of the captains, so he was immediately recognized by a cultist. A fight broke out. Gru, Alveric, and Grimly managed to Soyberg away from the fight, but Konar and Tanis were captured. And I guess with that, we'll start the game.
Awesome.
So let's see. This is the previous scene where we were last game. The remainder of the fight still there. Grimly and Albrecht managed to escape, and so did Gru. By the way, Gru is not currently with us right now. It is very likely that he won't be able to join us tonight. But I received instruction from Alex, Gru's player, on what Gru would do in this situation, so I'll try to DMPC Gru as best as I can. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys a handout that I created for you. So, Grimly, Albrecht escaped. So did Gru. After, a couple of minutes, Konar and Tanis were subdued by the three soldiers from the Cult of the Dragon. You guys were...
two, right? Because we killed one?
Oh, true, absolutely. So the two remaining soldiers were able to subdue you guys.
They had backup.
They started yelling, calling for the guards. The entire camp, I should say, right now, it's on full alert. Everyone is running up and down, yelling, intruders. The kobolds that were manning the guards are now paying attention. That were manning the towers are now paying attention to what's going on in the camp.
I feel like this is radically different than it was.
Yes, the entire thing has, it's turned upside down. Eventually, you guys are tied to these random, weird X-looking crosses. You guys are beaten to the point that you maybe have, I'm going to say, 10 HP. So you are fully conscious. However, you're bruised. You are tired. You are beaten. And now you're tied to this cross. In the left side of there's three crosses. There's one for Tanis, one for Konar. However, on the left side, you see a third person that's also tied to a cross. This malnourished-looking elf, happens to be there, And just so that you guys have a reference to what's going on, you guys are currently here. This is where you guys are tied to the crosses. Let me delete the rest of the party. So this is going on right here. You know, again, you guys are tied to these crosses. There is a third person that you don't know about. He seems to be unconscious. He seems to be in a lot worse shape than you guys are. You know, malnourished, beaten, you know, bleeding, unconscious. This guy has been there for several days, and they have not treated him well. With that, several minutes have passed since you guys got captured. So before I go to what's going to happen to you guys, I need to know what Grimly and Ulbrich are doing. So you guys are again stacked on top of one another. You managed to run away. What exactly happened after you ran away?
I think it would be wise to kind of stay in the shadows for now and observe, because yeah, we already failed a check.
Okay. Stay in the shadows mean that you would run away from, you know, the show that's about to begin, or you would sort of try to hide in the crowd. I should mention something I forgot. There's a crowd gathering now around the three crosses where Konar and Tanis are tied. Would you guys try to get close and blend, you know, among the crowd, or just go away from the crowd?
So, can you kind of indicate how big the crowd is?
About 100 or so members of the cult are,
Well, there went my plans of killing my way out.
and of course the crowd keeps growing.
We're the wrong two people to be left out.
Yeah.
We're like, shit. What
I don't know. I
doing?
think maybe we should take this opportunity to kind of move away, because two dwarfs is gonna be really obvious, and then one stacked on top of the other.
We're goddamn.
If we fail again, we're, you know, then.
Even more screwed than we already are.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So you guys are walking away from the show. I'm gonna need a strength roll from Ulbrich again.
And I'll give you the guidance, which is 1d4.
Yes. Grimly's butt pad. Or head pad, I guess, in this case.
Where is that strength? Is that
Oh yeah, I
not
should
work?
probably find my character sheet.
It didn't work. Whatever.
Isn't it in Roll20?
No, it's not. I still haven't loaded on
Should,
Roll20
it's pretty
yet.
helpful.
Oh.
I know.
Wait.
Tisk,
Nope.
tisk.
Doesn't count. Oh.
No,
awesome.
no. That's good enough to hold Grimly.
Yeah.
Plus the 1d4, so that's good. Which I should say the 1d4 is not necessary. Brian, can I get a deception roll from you?
Assume you mean Grimly.
Yes, sorry, Grimly.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Other Brian.
Look at my character sheet.
Well, we lost someone.
What?
Yep,
There
there
he
he
is.
is again.
You said deception, right? So,
Yes.
oh, I crit.
Nice.
Perfect. As far as anyone knows, you guys are a member of the Cult of the Dragon. Nothing conspicuous going on by the funny way that you guys are walking. You guys just managed to pull off a funny limp, which calls no one's attention. Okay. Back to Konar and Tanis. This
Yay.
character that you see in the picture, this pasty-looking dude that is holding a dagger is calling on to all the members of the cult that are in the camp right now. Gru would know exactly what his rank is, but you guys can tell more or less by how fancy his regalia is that this guy is probably a high member of the cult. Also, the fact that everyone is paying attention to him sort of gives that away. This dude is important. He has very light skin, sort of pasty, this squeamish, looking person. Not necessarily ugly, but definitely something not trustworthy about his face and about the way that he portrays himself. He starts addressing the crowd and says something along the lines of, "We have infiltrators. These so-called heroes have tried to infiltrate the cult. Some of you might recognize them from the attack of Greenis. It looks like these are the fools that captured Captain Cianrath. And he keeps addressing the crowd and, trying to rile them up. Everyone is, clapping and yelling and, cheering him up as he continues his speech. He's holding a dagger, but he also has a whip, which is coiled, along his waist. You guys have 10 health each, which is gonna come in handy pretty soon. So remember that. He takes a few steps back, uncoils the whip, and says, "We'll see how valiant and strong these so-called heroes are." And with that, he lashes his whip. Oh, I should say, your gear is gone. You don't have your swords, you don't have your weapons, you don't have your armor, which is especially painful to Konar, who was attached to Dragon Guard. Dragon Guard is the magical dragon breastplate that Konar found in the mines of Phandelver. He got emotionally attached, to the breastplate. So that's it. You guys are pretty much, on your loincloths, almost. So you don't have whatever AC bonus your armor gave you. But that doesn't matter because this guy is going to hit no matter what.
Yeah, we also don't have our dexterity because we are tied up.
We're tied up.
Yep. So he takes a few steps back. He's aiming at Konar, and
Yay!
he yells, "Who sent you here?" And without waiting for an answer, you take 4 damage.
Ow.
Do you choose to answer the question?
Your mother sent us.
Oh, a feisty one. Let's see how the other one fares. He seems to be a little less bulky. And he gets close up to Tanis, and with his dagger in hand, stabs Tanis in the leg, and Tanis takes the following. And asks, the same question, who sent you here? And Tanis takes 2 damage. Wow.
Wow. A dagger to the leg only does 2? Anyways, I say, "No, I swear, it was your mother."
All right.
Hey,
Yes.
Diego.
Yes.
While he's off playing with tennis, is there any way I could start testing the ropes holding my arms?
You could definitely try to do so. I will take from you a... Are you testing, or are you actually trying to break away?
I need my character sheet now.
I'm not subtle. I'm not good at subtle.
That means I would need a strength check from you.
Is that considered a save or is it just a check?
Just to check.
Darn.
You need to roll high enough to break away. So you're not being
No, I
subtle,
hear ya.
you're not testing. So you may actually
Yeah.
break away if you roll high enough.
No.
Okay, yep, that doesn't happen. However, as you struggle, you notice that there are several loops of this very thick rope around you. You think that given enough time, you might be able to break away, but it's definitely not happening in front of, in front of these people. You're also bruised up, so you need to rest and gather your strength for a proper pull at these things. But definitely within your reach, given enough time and sort of preparation.
Sure.
So pasty skinned guy is not amused by your shenanigans, especially given the fact that a few cultists have actually laughed at your jokes. So he snarls at the few low-ranking members of the cult that seem to have found your comments funny. Takes a few steps back and says something along the lines of, my mother sends you this, and lashes
Awkward.
at Tanis with his whip again. Oop. Yep. Oh, so 1 damage to Tanis.
Ow. So while he's lashing at me, to slip out of these bonds, is it pretty much just strength only, or is it
Unfortunately,
are my wrists thin enough to, I don't know, wiggle my way out?
nope. Unfortunately, it is a contest of strength. These guys have bound
Unless you
your
feel like
arms and
breaking your
legs.
thumb to do the handcuff trick.
Oh yeah, I can dislocate my thumb.
Yeah. So unless you have some magical means of shrinking your size, the size of your wrist and the size of your legs, it is a contest of strength.
I do technically have a magical means.
Okay.
But then the magical means could do anything.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Is there anything you want to try?
I mean, I guess. All right, I'll give the strength a shot.
Okay. Go ahead.
What is your strength, Tanis?
I can't find my character sheet, but if I recall correctly, it is a 10, just a straight 10.
Oh, nice. Good luck.
Yep. So just a straight D20 roll. 1 second. Let me find. Two.
Well, Tanis, you corroborate what Konar just found out. These ropes are thick, they're strong, they are, tightly tied around, along your arms and legs.
And no way in hell am I budging them.
You think that, again, given enough time and preparation, and luck, you might be able to break away from these, but it's definitely a lot more unlikely for you to do so than it would be for Konar.
Okay.
A lot more likely?
No, a lot
lot.
less likely.
Okay.
In any case, this whole show goes on for about 5 minutes. He keeps asking,
Great.
who sent you here, and keeps, digging in his dagger into your body and lashing out at you guys with his whip until you guys go unconscious.
No.
Great.
I would say, and I would also mention that he's definitely enjoying this. He wasn't necessarily looking for an answer as much as he was just sadistically trying to torture you guys.
This is not my fetish.
So, you guys go unconscious. I go back to Grimly and Albrecht. You guys missed this entire show. You guys try to go to a safe place, and actually I would say manage to do so successfully. What are you doing right now?
Panicking. Grimly. Cousin. You.
I'm thinking. I don't know. I kind of want to say, can we go like on the high ground and see if we can get some visibility while trying to stay hidden, so we can at least monitor what's going on.
Sure you could. Now, I would mention that, and let's go to the map. In order to find high ground, it's not really on the on the map here, but you would either have to go out of the camp and find a place around the edge of the camp to look down. The camp is sort of this really tall ravine, or you could try climbing to one of the towers. I'm gonna say that this tower has a wooden ladder for the guards to go to, or maybe you could even try to take the ladder here. So to summarize, the options are: you guys could go out of the camp and walk around the edge of the ravine, or you could try to take one of the two towers. So up to you guys.
What do you think, Ulrich?
I think we.
You can also, try to stay in the camp and maneuver your
You
way.
Distance
Could
will
go
only.
the tower guards of their duty. It is your shift.
I don't know, but
We've got 100 strong. We have our two best men in binds, and our third is scuttled away.
Yes. No one knows where Gru currently is.
I have an alternative plan.
Yes.
We can create a distraction somewhere else,
Ooh.
and while everyone is distracted, hopefully we can send the camp into disarray. We could free the captives and.
So I guess we're winging a perception check for anything distractible.
Actually, you guys are on your own. You need to tell me what you guys are thinking about.
Okay,
I will
'cause the only
describe the
thing
camp to
we know-
you. It's your run-of-the-mill medieval war camp.
So
Oh,
I'm kind of thinking we need to distract somewhere down here.
I don't think there's anything there to distract with unless we smash skulls, and then we've got 100 some odd raining down on us. I think
I
our
was
best
thinking
bet might
we
actually
can
be to
start a
sneak into the
fire or
cave.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, we could start a fire, or we could
Because-
just keep sneaking into the cave.
Because
I'm leaning towards
Yeah,
sneaking into the
either-
cave.
either we free them and make for the cave, or we have to. Or yeah, I was saying down here. So
Let's get real stupid. Let's do both. Let's do both.
go into the cave.
I guess, yeah, we'll do the cave, and we'll see if that actually gets them off the, we'll do the fire, and then we'll see if that actually gets them off the, our buddies. And if that doesn't, we'll just go for the cave. And I remember Konar was hypothesizing dragons in the cave. I think dragons are a good distraction.
Okay.
Hey Diego, is the cave dragon size? Could that giant blue dragon fit through it, or is it human?
Yes,
Sized.
the large blue dragon could fit into the cave.
Okay. Good enough for me. Let's start that
Oh,
fire.
shit.
Wait, just really quick. Are there any cultists that are shorter than average?
Most of the cultists are human.
Yeah. Are
you do
there any
see-
really short humans?
You do see a few kobolds, but
we're not gonna pass for a kobold.
No,
We weigh 3 of them.
no real.
No, are there any Tyrion Lannisters in this camp?
No dwarfs in the camp that you have seen.
Not a dwarf, just a short human.
Actually, you do notice a few kids that seem to be, running around with food.
Oh my God.
and whatnot.
I'm not shaving. So, yeah.
Okay,
Neither
'cause
is
I was just trying to see
Try to avoid two-manning it? Yeah.
if we could like kind of split up but still be somewhat
Yeah.
convincing. But
Right.
it seems like no, we can't. So
Yeah,
in that
try to
case,
avoid
we need to stick together.
Unless we could improvise some stilts.
I don't think we can do that on such short notice. So
I
I'm
also
thinking-
don't think either of you have the dexterity for it.
Nope.
yeah.
10, yo.
So I'm thinking like somewhere maybe down here.
We're gonna try and set some tents on fire. Yeah, that's good. So I guess we waddle over here. Is our action?
Okay. All right. So both of you go there.
God, so stupid.
You
I'm
see-
kind of assuming these tents are kind of empty because everyone's like checking out what the commotion is.
Nope. I was gonna say once you make it there, you do see a small group of cultists that are, still doing whatever duty was assigned to them. You see a few of them sharpening swords. Some of them, stacking arrows on top of boxes. Filling supplies. It's not a big number, but there is, I'm gonna say, about 4 or 5 cultists just sort of doing menial tasks around this camp.
How about in this area over here? Could we see anything from here?
You can, and while the large majority of the camp is concentrated where Tanis and Konar are, there are still smaller pockets of cultists around each encampment. They're doing menial tasks. The groups are not large, about 4 or 5, maybe 6, in each encampment, doing menial tasks, either preparing or dispensing food, or cleaning weapons and sharpening swords, or cleaning boots, that sort of deal.
Hmm.
So
I say
if you
go
guys,
for it.
however, if you guys want to set, light a fire, you just have to be discreet about it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying that
We have to do
the
like a
tents-
stealth deception
yeah,
strength check at the same time.
exactly. The tents are not empty. You cannot just walk in with a torch and try to light the camp on fire.
That was my original plan.
Just run along, hit every tent as you can.
And that's still a thing. You can light it on fire. It's just not going to be roll free. I light the camp on fire.
I do have a tinderbox, by the way. Just laying it out
Okay,
there.
we can kind of go around where we're sort of out of sight. Assuming they didn't notice us approach.
Again, with your crit roll for now, and because the camp's attention seems to be gathered towards where Tanis and Konar are, you guys seem to be able to move relatively freely.
See, this is all part
However,
of the plan.
you do notice a small group of people that are running up and down as if looking for someone.
You mean the part of the camp that we were in?
All over the camp. There's, I'm going to say, about 10 high-ranking cultists just sort of looking for the remainder of the party. You guys are both military trained, so while the show is going on, there's a handful of cultists that are looking for the remainder of the party, the guys that got away.
So let's do it live. What do we need to do to light the nearest tent on fire?
Guys, split apart into your dwarf form, run around lighting things on fire, go back into hybrid.
I don't think we have time for that. I think stealth is our greatest asset at the moment.
Yeah. The fact that the rest of the camp seems to be focusing on torturing Tanis and Konar.
Yeah.
Alright, so well, you guys decide. I'm going to give you, a few minutes to think about how you're going to proceed from here, and feel free to use the chat. I'm going to go back to Tanis and Konar.
Yay!
You guys just went unconscious, but I'm going to give you a chance to, remain semi-conscious. Give me a death saving roll. Do you guys know what that is?
Ooh.
There you go. Konar saves. So
I actually don't know what this roll is necessarily. There happens to be a death saving throw button.
yeah, it's a Constitution plus your Constitution modifier. Tanis, you don't have to roll. Konar made it. For the sake of the story, we're gonna say that you're partially conscious too. So what's happening here is, as your mind is about to go blank, you hear the voice of a woman say, "Enough! We won them alive. You've had your fun." And the lashing and the stabbing stop. The crowd begins to start booing, and they start to disperse. Now, this happened before, I should say, Tanis and Grimly make their decision. So you guys still have time to set the tents on fire if that's what you guys choose to do. So I'm going to go back to Alberic and Grimly, I should say. Sorry, I think I said Konar and Tanis. So before Alberic and Grimly made their decision, that happened. So what do you guys do? Are you setting the camp on fire?
Yes, we're gonna set a fire. We're gonna try being stealthy about it, and
I love this plan.
Worst case, we set ourselves on fire. It's still a distraction.
That's true.
Yeah, so we're gonna set the nearest tent on fire, I guess.
So the
Somewhere
fire
over here.
starts here.
Yeah, that's our intent. And
Okay.
then we're gonna
Now,
hustle ourselves away.
well, we want to. Once we start the fire, we need to quickly move away from it. And I'm thinking starting like a second fire somewhere else.
okay. Fair
I
enough.
think if we can hit this, it depends on what's going on, how quickly it attracts attention.
Well,
So-
yeah, I was thinking
can-
like if we set this tent on fire, then we can kind of go around and then like set one of these, assuming we draw the people from that camp. Because if we
I'm
set
cool
this
with that.
one, then it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's kind of out in the open. Yeah.
So I would say this one.
Now,
Alright.
I don't mean to be a party pooper, but all you guys
Yes.
have is maybe some Kindle, and what did you say you had? You had a
I have a tinderbox, so
okay.
Let's
You have a
do this.
tinderbox. You know,
Oh,
you
they-
do know what that is, right? It's not a flamethrower.
yeah, it's a box of kindling and some flint.
Okay.
I know how hard it is.
Okay.
Wait, we're
I don't mean to be a
dwarves,
party
so don't-
pooper. I just want to point that out. That
But it is stealthy. It's not a
No.
torch.
Don't we travel with alcohol as dwarves? I don't know. I kind of always imagined we always have some alcohol or something with us, so we can like
We have a little bit of lighter fluid essentially.
a flask.
yeah, like a little flask of something.
Dwarves +1 to fire starting.
Do I let the shit fly? Or
Anyway, what do we need to do to get this to work?
Well, it actually depends on whether I let the lighter fluid fly, because that would make your roll lower or higher.
I vote yay.
You know,
I think
there.
determine whether or not the lighter fluid works depending on how we roll. How about that? I'll give you that one.
I need to determine what the passing roll is before you guys make it. I'm gonna say J, and I'm gonna
Yay.
give the explanation to the viewers as to why I'm saying J. A while back, about I don't know, Brian, 4 months ago or something like that. One of the treasures that the adventurers found in the mines was a keg of dwarven rum or something like that. So the fact that Grimly is inclined towards drinking, because Grimly did drink from that and she enjoyed it and whatnot, I'm going to say that Grimly is inclined to have, you know, a flask of something stronger than beer on her. So I'm going to let the lighter fluid fly. So this is what I want you guys to do. If you guys are lighting the fire while on top of one another, I'm going to need a strength check from Ulbrich.
Yep.
Alright?
Where are you? Strength. Dang.
And that is good enough for
11.
Ulbrich to hold on to Grimly. Now,
thank God.
Grimly, I want you to roll for stealth and, you know, to pull out your flask and the Kindle and whatnot and try to discreetly ignite a fire against the tent where you guys currently are at.
Does the
Alright.
saving throw? Yeah, never mind.
Sorry?
No, I'm not gonna use them.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. I have a -1.
So Grimly squirts some dwarven rum on the side of a tent. She strikes, you know, the I forget the Kindle, not the Kindle.
Flint and steel.
Yeah, the flint and steel a couple times, and the sparks happen to catch where the dwarven rum is, and you have a small fire going on against the side of a tent. What do you guys do now?
We immediately disembark.
Okay.
We kind of try to move towards this camp, but in like a roundabout way, so that we're not like directly in the path of people coming to investigate. So like around, like here.
Around the bottom.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. You guys are able to position yourselves here successfully.
Oh wow, we got all the way there. Nifty.
And I would say that you have enough rum on Grimly's flask to try this one more time. So she wasted half her
Let's
flask
do it.
trying to light on fire at the side of the other tent. So again,
If we
Ulbrich.
survive this, I'm buying you all the rum you can carry.
Ulbrich,
So
strength.
I don't trust the thing. I'm gonna do it manually.
By the way, we have
So
a
my
handful of
question is,
viewers, so you know, just pointing that out.
Hello, viewers.
Don't let the viewers down. Holy shit! Okay, so
Nice.
Ulbrich is
I am an
holding on to Grimly harder than he's ever held Grimly.
I am stable and stout.
So Grimly, it is up to you.
So,
need a-
my question is, did the cultists from this camp move over here to?
Nope. The fire
No.
is yet to be noticed. Remember, it started out as a
Perfect.
you know, a
That's
couple
perfect.
of sparks. It takes a while for a fire to spread.
Okay, so I would say we would want to kind of wait for that to, catch their attention. Once they move over, then we can hit this bigger tent.
Oh.
So like it can be seen by
I,
the
I don't I
crowd.
don't I don't know. I
'Cause,
think
like-
we should do it quick and get out of the area so that someone fleeing the fire is not obvious.
And because Ulbrich,
You've got the tinder. I can't make you do it any faster. So I'm at your mercy.
no, because I'm thinking over here. I don't know how visible we'll be. For all we know, someone's standing right here, and will see us lighting the fire.
Okay, if you want to
The
wait,
check-
we'll wait.
Well,
the check is the same as it was before, Brian.
Okay, so
And
if we
I
can,
am treating this group of tens the same way that I treated that other group of tens. So,
okay, in that case, we could try lighting it now.
Yeah.
But the question is, where do we move after that? I guess.
I think we need to survey and we need to examine whether or not it gives us the opportunity to free our friends, or if we should sneak into the cave. I think we have to see what the camp does, how the camp reacts.
Fair enough.
All right, so yeah, we will, I guess, move over here. What do you think? Are you okay with this one, Albrecht?
Sorry. The
It's
big one?
it's actually the
Yeah.
same, Brian. I'm treating the group of tents as a single tent. So if you guys
Oh.
manage to light one
It's-
on fire, you light the entire group of tents on fire.
Okay.
Awesome.
In that
So
case,
it'll
yeah.
spread out. That's what I mean.
So it's kind of irrelevant which tent. We're just gonna try and light the fire.
It's the group, exactly.
yeah,
It's not the
um,
single tent that matters. It's the group.
All right. So
Right,
in that
okay.
case, is that another stealth check?
Yes, I need
Yep.
another stealth check from you.
All right.
$12.
Okay.
But how stout am I?
So, Brian, as you manage to squirt the rum on the tent, but as you are about to hit your flint, a random cultist that happened to be carrying, a bag full of, metal weapons and random junk approaches you and yells, "What the hell are you doing?"
It's a good question.
Take a drink. Take a drink.
I'm assuming we use all the rum, and spilled it on the tent. I don't know how
He
much
doesn't know
of.
that. He doesn't know that.
I wonder how much of it, Diego, did that cultist see me squirt the rum on the tent?
I'm
Or
gonna
only
say-
see me
I'm
with-
gonna say he didn't, but he saw you
Okay.
strike the flint. So you better come up with a good excuse.
Can I kick him? Can I kick him?
He's about 2-3 feet away, so he's not necessarily right on top of you guys. He just happened to see, Grimly go like this on the side of the tent.
Okay, I'm gonna try to act drunk and say I'm practicing my fire skills. Fire making skills.
All right, I'm going to need a deception roll,
Okay.
which you failed.
To be fair, it was a pretty terrible deception.
That's the best I could come up with on the fly.
Okay.
No, I would never be able to come up with anything better, but
All right, so this is what happens here. A few seconds have passed since this whole thing about you and the Kindle and whatnot. So the first fire that you guys started, it's beginning to spread. The guard looks towards that set of tents. He looks at you. He puts 2 and 2 together. and yells, "Guards!" And unfortunately, without having time for you guys to react, a wave of cultists it's running towards that encampment. You guys are eventually captured, tied to crosses right next to Konar and Tanis. Not beaten as badly as they were, but nonetheless, you guys are still beaten. You guys are still conscious. But again, you go back to where the crosses are. So I'll bring my handy handout again, and I'll show it to you guys. So you guys are tied, beaten. You see Konar and Tanis, a malnourished elf next to you. However, you don't see the pasty guy. As far as you guys know, pasty guy doesn't exist. But the people, the guards that captured you, punch you pretty badly. Before they leave, you do overhear them say, "I think that's all of them." That'll teach, random adventurers to try to infiltrate the cult of the dragon. So,
I look over blearily at the two of them being tied up to the crosses and go, "Fire was your idea? That was you?"
Yep. I'm gonna say, okay, we learned our lesson. Can we go?
If we would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for those damned kids.
and in terms of the fire, you guys did set off, a huge commotion. It took several hours for the cultists to put the fire away. That encampment is just down underground. No one died, but you definitely, got the encampment's attention, for a while. However, unfortunately for you guys, the camp was in disarray when you guys walked in because of what
Now
you
they're in
guys
full
have
attention.
done. Everyone is on point.
Regret nothing.
Konar,
Yeah.
yes, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was wondering if, since we were captured, or since there was that lovely distraction going on, if I would have any chances to try to break out of my ropes again, or if I'm too beaten and bloodied to be able to.
You guys are all semi-conscious at this point.
Okay.
Hell, even the elf is now, awake. However, you guys have not been by yourselves. There is a pair of guards just sort of strolling up and down the row of crosses. So you haven't had a good opportunity to try to break away.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys are all tied to the crosses. Mr. Tied Up Elf is now, beginning to wake up. What did you guys do?
Nice of you to join us.
Out of
Yo,
curiosity,
Yes.
is your name Leosin?
He says, well, yes it is.
Oh, we've been searching for you for quite some time.
Nice to finally meet you.
He laughs,
Mr. Livington, I presume.
spits a little bit of blood and says, well, you guys are awful at searching.
Awful at what?
Searching.
Oh, no.
Well, we found
we
you,
found
didn't
it.
we?
We found it.
Well, I assume this was some sort of rescue attempt.
Maybe.
It's more like scouting.
He laughs again and growls in pain from from laughing. Introduces himself as Leosin from Lurthanar. And says, "I've been infiltrating the cult of the dragon, and as you see, I have been very successful."
They have one of their own.
He says, "Do not underestimate how much a prisoner can learn by just overhearing things. Especially a prisoner that has faked being unconscious for several days."
Oh goody, we can be top infiltrators too.
He laughs again and
Actually,
growls and says something along the lines of, "I have a few tricks to teach you if, you know."
If we survive.
Yep. Well, you guys converse for a few hours. The guards shush you, a few times, punch you, a few times in order to, silence the conversation. And you guys converse on and off for several hours and try to make the best of this situation. The sun is long gone. It is about midnight right now. But before I continue, I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys try to escape? You have, two senior members. For a reference, they're wearing the same regalia as the guys who you fought before you got this mess. So remember, you fought 3 of them. Now there's like 2 of them walking around, just sort of up and down. Is there anything you guys want to attempt before I continue?
Connor would very much like to escape, but I don't think I can take these guys.
I say we can use this chance to get an extended rest.
Ha!
That is hilarious.
I love
It's
it.
funny, but we're not joking.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Take it if you give it to us.
I will try.
How about a short rest?
Yes.
How about that?
I would say
Okay.
that as the night begins to set,
Catnaps.
you guys are beginning to, the tiredness of your body after all the fight and the bruises. The whole thing just gets to you guys, and you guys are able to sleep or start sleeping for a few minutes. Again, midnight is beginning to set. Do either one of you want to fight the tiredness, or do you guys all go to sleep?
Are the guards still like patrolling?
They're patrolling every 4 hours or so. Actually, this is your second guard, but you believe that every 4 hours or so you just get a new change, new set of guards coming in.
And they're like walking by us every couple minutes.
They are walking around you guys at all times. You guys seem to be very important. They're not letting eyes off from you. These dudes are posted along you guys.
In that case, we might as well rest.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity to do anything.
Okay.
Like I can create minor illusions, but with me tied up,
Yeah.
is it? Do I need my hands to create a minor illusion for the spell?
I do not have.
What's the name of the spell?
Yeah,
Minor illusion.
Okay, I guess I could have guessed that one.
What the component is. If it's a verbal spell or whether you need to do some gestures. I'm going to let Konar figure that one out. If it's
Generally,
verbal only, then
somatic and material. So yes, you have
you need
gestures.
to do some gestures. Yes.
All right, then I do nothing because I can't do anything.
So eventually,
we should try to
yeah.
rest. We should try to rest in shifts so that if something comes up in the night, we can try to take advantage of it.
Okay, that's fair enough. And the guards are, I'm gonna say, confident enough that you guys are not gonna get away. That you guys can have this conversation, and they just like smirk and say, "Yeah, you tried to pull something."
All right, yeah. So let's try to have one person stay up at a time just to make sure that if there happens to be some break,
Opportunity.
jailbreak.
Albrecht, it would be in his nature to take the first watch. If not, stay up and let the rest of them sleep the whole night.
That's crazy talk, but I will certainly let you take the first watch.
I was absolutely about to go to sleep, and then I realized how high my constitution was, and I'm like, nope. So, I'll take the first watch.
Okay, Albrecht, first watch. Midnight begins to set. As you're able to tell the time because of your military training and whatnot. So as midnight begins to set, you notice that all of your companions are asleep, including the elf, which, by the way, due to the conversations that you guys had before, you cannot actually tell if he's really asleep or pretending anymore. But you see this dude wearing some very flamboyant black robes approach the camp. His skin is pasty. He has a whip coil around his waist and a rather elaborate dagger, hoisted along the whip. He looks creepy. Definitely not trustworthy, though he's not necessarily, ugly or bad looking. But he seems to command certain authority to him. He approaches the two guards and says, "You guys are dismissed." The two guys look at one another. They say something along the lines of, they begin to utter a "but," and this dude just grabs his dagger, and the two dudes just like say "okay" and walk the fuck away. That is how scary this guy is.
Ha!
Fucking Gru.
This guy approaches you. He gets nose to nose to where you are. Walks a few inches.
Have I had at any point the opportunity to wake up my comrades? Maybe I tried to and they ignored me. How about that?
No, I will allow you. So, during this whole ordeal, when did you decide to wake up your comrades, and how did you decide to wake up your comrades?
So as he's walking towards our guards, before he interacts with them,
Okay.
um,
Did you yell?
and then no yelling. Can I do like a, psst, hey,
Idiots.
Okay.
dummies.
Because you guys are unconscious, everyone above a 10 on passive perception is able to hear Albrecht.
I think I have a 10.
So you're asleep.
I don't have my character
10.
sheet. Fail.
I'm gonna say Tanis.
I'm
Tanis
awake.
is a wisdom character, right, Jerry?
Yeah, wisdom.
If you
I have +2 wisdom on my
yeah,
character.
so you're awake.
Grimley's awake as well.
I'm awake.
Oh, okay. So you guys all have above 10. So you guys. So passive, your passive wisdom, I believe, is a 10 plus your wisdom modifier. So,
Right, unless you dropped it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So unless you have a 9 or an 8, unless wisdom is your dump stat, pretty much.
Yeah.
So all you guys need is a 10 or above. Actually, above a 10. I'm sorry. So everyone heard, Albrecht's whisper and very loud shushing. So you guys all are all awake while this is going on. Albrecht and Tennis recognize Pasty Dude as the guy that stabbed you and whipped you unconscious.
Oh, hey,
right
look,
after
it's
you
you
were
again.
died. In any case, going back to this
Are you
whole
kidding me?
acting, I was gonna say like Grimley and Albrecht do not know who this guy is. You only assume that he's a high-ranking officer and that people are afraid of this fucker just because of how strongly everyone reacted to him.
He's
In any
handsome.
case, he gets close to
Looking at the
you
picture still.
to the point that your nose and his nose bump.
Ew.
He steps away about a foot. He slaps his hand, and there you see. Oh, sorry. He slaps his hand on his face, and there you see Gru.
Are you fucking...
Did you really have to stab me?
Okay.
Like, at this point, I am struggling against the ropes. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Gru says, "What are you talking about? Speak quieter."
Quieter? Quieter, you mother...
What's the plan?
Okay. Albrecht speaks sense into the party. Gru says, "I believe you motherfuckers are assuming that I'm pasty skin guy. I am not. I'm just wearing a disguise. So, I am about to free you guys, but in order for us to get out of here, we need to come up with a plan."
We need to come up with a plan. Huh.
The guards
Okay,
will be on you as soon as I walk away. And I need to pretend to beat the fuck out of you guys for everyone to believe that I am this guy. So we have about 3 minutes to come up with a plan to get out of here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Leosin, where were they keeping you? Or did we find that out as we were talking to him before?
What was your question to Leosin?
Where were they keeping him? Or did we know that before?
Leosin, he was with you guys all the time.
Well, no,
when
before
he was
that.
Pretending to be passed out and gathering information.
Oh, he was there, crucified, right next to you guys.
So for the 3 days before, he was on the cross.
Yep, he was on the cross.
Wow. Okay, that blows. Okay. So we don't know what's in the cave. We're here for Leosin.
Oh,
We just need to get Leosin out.
Leosin knows what's on the cave if you guys want to ask him.
Oh, yeah, what's in
let's
the
do it,
cave?
Leosin.
A bunch of dragon eggs and a very large and angry blue dragon.
So running into there would have
That's
been a
tempting.
bad plan.
Yes, the blue dragon seems to, against all odds, actually be following these fuckers. That is extremely unusual. I don't know why an ancient blue dragon would be following a group that is barely enough to be a snack to this thing.
That is weird.
That is very strange. We did see a horn. Someone blew a horn that seemed to be able to control the blue dragon.
Yep. He does. I'm gonna. By the way, let's pretend that this conversation happened before Gru coming in. So these are all the questions that you motherfuckers should have
Thank you.
asked before being
Thank you.
captured. So he says, "Yeah, you guys are probably talking about what's her name, something Frudan. Should have her somewhere around here. Blah, 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 blah. Where's her name? You guys care about hearing her name? It's Frudan something. The lady that approached this guy and prevent him from killing you guys.
We were unconscious at the time.
About to become unconscious.
Yes.
In any case, yes, he. Oh, here he is. No, that's not. That's not her. Shoot, I actually have her on my monsters manual. So let me reach my monsters manual. Sorry for you, that guys. Yes, you guys are talking about Frulam Mondath. She is the leader of the Blue Army and possesses the Blue Horn.
The blue horn. Red horn's better. Sorry. So, assuming this is all still part of the early conversation, is she in the camp?
Oh yes, she is. She is the leader of the camp.
Do we have any idea where she'd be hanging out? I would guess in the cave.
He says, actually, she is likely to be, and nods, to the right and points at the tent that it's about 20 feet from where you guys are.
Huh.
We
So,
can take that.
We could.
so, yeah. If
That would drastically weaken their ability to harm the city.
Well, not just the city. Like, if we can get the horn away from her, then the dragon just comes out, goes on a rampage, clears everyone. I guess possibly including us. But
Is this a conversation that you guys are having in front of Leosin?
yes.
He says,
Well, yeah.
you guys are retarded.
I like him
Well,
already.
if he has a better plan.
He says, how about you guys, and is this beforehand or now that's Gru?
This would be beforehand, I think.
Well, I don't know.
no,
Well,
let's
if-
hypothesize about stealing this horn.
He says,
While
it
we're
is
bullshitting and wasting
extremely
hours."
stupid to try to get the horn. Before you get close to her, before you get within eyesight of her guards, she will probably have that horn in her mouth. And it's not like she is an incapable fighter herself.
Oh, of course she
She
isn't.
would
That would
probably prove to be a challenge on her own, but she is extremely smart and careful. So before you draw your swords, she will probably draw the horn and blow on it.
How heavy a sleeper is she?
be too easy. He would probably not know.
You don't have to answer that. I'm just being
No,
dumb.
he actually knows. He knows quite a lot about the camp from being captured. He says, unfortunately, she is not a heavy sleeper. She only takes 2 or 3 hour
Naps.
naps every 4 or 5 hours.
Hey, Jerry,
Yeah.
how good are you with the illusion thing? Can you make that disappear, or and then make another one appear or something like that? Or
I mean, it's a minor illusion. I'm not entirely sure what that spell does.
Or
or make it look like something else, so she'll wake up and think it's missing.
So
Ooh.
I actually know off the top of my head what a minor illusion does, because you guys are not the first party to play Hoard of the Dragon Queen that has found themselves to be tied up to one of these crossings. So there's been a lot of debate on the internet about how to get the fuck away from this situation, and a minor illusion seems to come up a lot. So So what will happen is Jerry will be able to, as soon as he's freed, cast some sort of distracting minor illusion, which will give you guys about 10 to 30 seconds to run the fuck away. And again, this is something that Tannis would know, being the caster. He's able to create some sort of distracting thing, like, you know, whatever is on Tannis' imagination. I don't want to put any ideas onto Jerry's mind, but it is a possibility. You know, after Gru frees you guys, it is a valid course of action to have Tannis cast some sort of illusion to distract the guards from walking in and just realizing that you guys are not tied to the cross. Or you guys can come up with some sort of role-playing scenario, and I will, depending on how far-fetched it is, decide on whether it works or not.
Well, okay, so the minor illusion, it can be like any size. It's just...
It says no larger than a 5-foot cube. An image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest.
So it can be a tied-up elf.
It could also create a sound.
Yes, that too.
Oh, okay.
Cube. How about, is that big enough for a kobold to be running with a horn?
5 foot.
How big is a kobold? 5 foot?
It's about 5 foot.
Okay.
Shorter, it's a small creature.
Yeah.
Okay. But then, I guess we could do a kobold running with the horn that should distract the guards enough for us to get the fuck out. Because as soon as the guards notice, right, they're gonna yell, "Hey, where are you going?" And that's gonna alert everybody.
By the way, we have 14, maybe 15 viewers right now, so say hello to the people of the internet.
Hello, people of internet.
So if you miss your role, people
they will judge you.
Yeah, people will judge you. The people of the internet will judge you.
Alright. Love it.
Alright, so
Maybe before we do that, is we can ask what's that guy's name again?
Leosin?
Then, like where our stuff is being held.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're all
Maybe we
naked.
can grab something on the way out.
That's a very good question.
We're all naked, and then our ultimate goal is to get Leosin to help us build a spell forge.
yeah.
But now we
So-
have a greater goal. There's a blue dragon around here that's under control by a psychopath.
I was gonna say Ulbrich.
Yeah,
that
I
is
have my own motives.
everyone's role but yours. So to those of you that are watching, Ulbrich's reason for being here is to avenge the death of his brother, who was killed by the Cult of the Dragon. Ulbrich Rockseeker is one of the 3 dwarfs that set out to reopen the mine on Phandalin from the Dungeon Master's started set. So if you guys have run the D&D started set, the Lost Mines of Phandelver, he is one of the 3 dwarfs that was part of that adventure. So again, going back to this thing, you guys have your chance to sort of clarify what the conversation against Leosin was. So now we're back on Rue is here, pretending to be pasty skin guy, about to
And we've
free
got
you
about
guys.
2 minutes left.
And you guys have about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to decide how you guys are going to get the hell away.
Okay, so I can create the illusion of the kobold running. That seems like the best bet. And we can just scuttle out of here.
Boogie
Maybe.
out, regroup, figure out how to get. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
is that the plan?
At the very
Everyone
least, we
agrees.
can. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get another opportunity like this.
Yeah, I think right now is probably our best chance to get the horn.
Get
If
the
we can
horn.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say get out.
Like, I'm thinking if we can get a hold of the horn, does that mean if we blow it, we control the dragon?
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it sounds
Possibly.
like we
I
could.
will say, going by
I don't think you should know.
Leosin's, going by Leosin's explanation and Grimly's knowledge of magic, that's pretty much how it works. However,
So I'm thinking.
if you bring that idea out loud, and are you bringing it? Are you having this conversation in front of Leosin?
Yes.
He says,
Yeah.
you guys are
Yes.
retarded.
Still.
This
Ego
is
has
not
to
a
answer
good
it and say
plan.
it's like not gonna tell us not to do things.
This is not a good plan. You guys should escape. You guys should leave me here because I want to keep learning about the cult of the dragon. And you guys should escape right now.
Okay.
Wait, he wants to stay?
He wants to stay. I will point out that he's pretty beaten. Borderline, I don't know, schizophrenic, or I don't know what the word is, but going crazy by the fact that they've been starving him for God knows how long and torturing him for God knows how long.
Delirious is the word you're looking for.
So, Hoard the uncle says, Leosin is a bleep. Man knows this and get the horn.
Yeah.
And this,
Yeah, I'm
and
thinking-
then some other person laughs and says, "Oh God, this is part of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen."
Nice.
So the people of the internet want you to try to get the Hoard. Leosin is telling you this is retarded. Who do
Yes, I
you-
want to get the horn. I think we can overpower her.
Without our equipment?
We'll just bum rush her. I mean, she can like dodge one or two of us, but not all of us at once, right?
We
Sure.
might be. I think
So
we might be dead before she has a chance to dodge anything.
As much as I hate to do it, I think discretion is the better part of valor in this context. And this is coming from the crazy ass barbarian.
God.
I want to control the dragon and destroy the camp.
That'd be pretty legit, I'm not gonna lie.
So we've got a vote going.
Wait.
Yes.
So actually, do we know if there's anybody in the tent with her, or is that tent?
You do not.
Wait, Gru doesn't know?
Or Leosin would know.
Leosin's been tied up. There's no way he would know, but Gru might know.
He's been spying. You know. What's the delta? You know, number
Well,
of people in
if
minus number of
Okay.
people out.
Leosin-
All right, so
No, that's
let's harpy this. You guys are talking to Guru, and are you asking Guru whether she is by herself on this tent?
Yes, Gru. Do
Yes.
you know if there's anybody in this tent with her?
He says, as far as I know, that's her personal tent. She might be
3
there by
concubines.
herself.
She's what?
She might be there by herself. That's her personal, I'm going to rest tent.
Do you know if she's resting or in there now?
Oh, hold on a second. So, actually, Alex, who is Gru's player, is watching us right now. I don't know why the fuck he doesn't get on. But he says, Gru will leave the people going for the horn to die as is appropriate for something so suicidal.
Okay, Gru's not helping us.
Thank you, Alex.
I don't want to do it.
But he can answer our questions.
He'd have
So,
to-
So, yes, Gru says She's probably there by herself, but if you try something stupid, I'm leaving you guys here.
Again.
Again.
Yes, again.
See, this is where Konar would be threatened to, or attempted to threaten to snap his neck, but he also realizes that he's still tied up at the moment.
We're all still tied up, and we were running quickly out of time.
All right.
Albert
Let's just,
wants to
We're
take
running
off.
out of time. Fortunately for me as a DM, Gru is about to join us. So Gru can play Gru. Because apparently I was doing a poor job as at playing Gru.
You're definitely a little too permissive.
To what?
Permissive.
Yeah.
wait. So, okay.
So Gru
Do we-
says, this is stupid. If you guys pull something like this, I'm going to leave you by yourselves.
All right. Screw it.
Good?
I say we just knock out Leosin and drag his ass with us.
Yeah, get out.
I'm all in favor of taking Leosin too. Because if they leave him, they're probably going to kill him. If we leave him, they're probably going to kill him.
And here he is, the one and only Gru. So let me go ahead and add him to the chat for everyone to see. Go ahead and
Work crisis averted?
not quite, my friend, not quite.
So I think we're all reluctantly agreeing that.
No, work crisis, whatever it was that had Alex busy.
No,
Yeah.
I think Alex had a work thing. That doesn't mean that it was a work crisis, more like a work dinner, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
In any case,
it was a.
now
had
we
a good
have the proper Gru playing Gru. So let me fill Alex in. While everyone else managed to get caught, Gru,
Yay!
being the stealthy fucker that Gru is, managed to stay away from any trouble. He disguised himself as a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon, who is currently known as Mr. Pasty Skin. Approached the group, released the guards that were watching over the group from guard duty, and you guys are currently planning on how to get the hell away from here.
We were discussing whether or not we should try to break in and get away, but it has been decided that would be a stupid plan.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard the try to get into the main hut plan, which is, I agree with Leos, and he knows what he's talking about. Wait, how did the dwarves get captured?
They tried to
the
set
tents on
off.
fire.
Yeah, they tried to set off a fire, which was, I would say, more or less successful. The currently group of
So we got
tents-
caught.
Yeah. So they managed to set off a fire and then they got caught.
So
We
they were
went for
walking
second
around
fire?
a heavily guarded camp setting things on fire,
Yes.
is what you're telling me.
Yes, and
Admit
they,
it. It's
they
legit.
managed to successfully set a group of tents on fire before they got caught. So,
Okay, I no longer want to listen to any input they have because they are brain damaged.
Konar approved thoroughly of this plan.
But you're you, that makes sense.
Let's do it.
You can go. If you guys are all set on going to the tent and
No,
try to
no,
grab
No,
them.
no. We're not going to the tent. As soon as you release us, I'll make an illusion of a kobold running past those two guards with the blue horn, and we are gonna skedaddle out of here, taking Leosin with us. We'll knock him out, and Konar will carry him out.
So you were trying to leave the camp by raising an alarm via running kobold, which means they're probably going to lock down all the exits.
No, we'll have the kobold run into the cave.
Oh, okay.
So everybody will rush the cave and hopefully not pay attention to us.
And hopefully get eaten by the dragon if we're lucky.
Let's just try to be sneaky.
Have you met us?
Yeah,
Yes,
we got into a camp and we burned down a third of it.
I can be
I'm not
sneaky.
saying
I don't know
copy
about
it.
you guys.
I have met you guys, and I sincerely regret it. Okay, let's do that. So,
Wait, how about the our equipment? Is it
Yeah, we
somewhere
can
we
pick up our
can
equipment.
kind of
Yeah,
get to it on our way out, or do we have to just run without?
I think we just have to get out.
Yep,
I-
time
yeah,
for
yeah.
equipment. As painful as that is for Konar, no time for equipment.
Konar misses his axe and his armor.
well, you shouldn't have gotten caught.
Details.
Anyway,
This is victim blaming here, guys.
if you want to look at it that way. Anyway, yeah, I basically cut their bonds and walk away.
Did
Okay.
he manage to bring any cultist outfits?
Okay, are you leaving them to, to do whatever it is that they do by themselves, or are you trying to escape with the group?
I think it'll be more suspicious if. First of all, I need to change out of this disguise because that guy's gonna show up soon and be like, "What the fuck just happened?" So no, I'm gonna make my own one.
I would say that Gru knows enough about this guy to say that he's probably sleeping right now in his comfy little tent.
Okay.
So Gru
It's
cased
Gru.
this guy before deciding to turn.
Wait, how tall is this guy?
Average human height.
Okay, so 6 feet. So I can't create like a 5-foot version of him.
Why would you? Gru is a 5 foot or whatever version of him.
Oh no, because that way he could distract the guards after cutting our bonds, and then
I think you're overestimating the capability of minor illusion.
Yeah, that's
Unfortunately,
that's
big
going to
minor.
be major illusion.
Again.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Again, to reiterate, Gru is a 5 foot whatever version of this guy.
No, would Gru? I guess Gru, would you be willing to distract these two guards for us
Oh.
long enough for us to get out?
Yes.
Okay. And then as soon as we are like start sneaking away, then I can cast the illusion of the like as soon as we get behind the tent or something, then I could cast the illusion of the kobold running into the cave. But
Okay.
I don't think we should do that while we're like just getting untied.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna cut the bonds in such a way that you guys can get out of them easily yourselves, just by pulling your arms off or something,
Okay,
and then go head to the guards.
alright, fair
Be
enough.
distracted, talk
So-
to them, whatever.
So you guys, or I should say Gru, can do that. So let's say that he starts from, from right to left. He goes to Tanis. Tanis goes away. He's loose. Konar is loose. Albrecht is loose. Brian, Grimly is loose. Gru gets to Leosin, and Leosin starts bitching about Gru cutting him loose. Gru, what
Yeah.
do you do to Leosin?
I leave him there.
No, wait.
We need him, damn it.
We need him. So Konar, knock his ass out. Punch him in the face. Whatever you gotta do.
Okay, we're running out of time. I'm gonna go talk to the guards. You guys can punch him out and get him off the cross.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Konar knocks out Leosin. Gru, what is your excuse to the guards about taking these half-dead prisoners with you?
Oh, I don't think.
This guy, you know that he's extremely sadistic. He enjoys torturing people. He tortured Ulbrich and...
Wait.
No,
I
sorry.
thought the guards left. So they wouldn't see this.
They are 30 feet away from where all this happening. I mean, you dismissed them, but they're not necessarily drinking beers. They're
Oh, okay.
around.
I didn't realize that. I thought they left and we were not being observed.
No,
right now.
they know
You
that as
should-
soon as you walk out of there, they need to return to their post.
No, that's why I was saying like he cuts our bonds, but he doesn't like we don't escape right away. We stay tied up pretending.
Well, or no, these guys are tough. Remember, we could barely take them with
I'm
all
gonna
our
go
weapons.
talk to them and complain to them about them guarding you poorly or something.
Okay, and we'll cut our way out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
beauty of this.
I will take that as an acceptable answer. So while Gru distracts the two guards for being poor guards, does Connor knock Leosin out?
Oh yes.
Tanis, what does your illusion do?
So, if they're distracted and not paying attention to us, I'd like to get behind one of these, how do I set a marker?
I can put a marker down that you can control. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like, where's the farthest tent you think we can go? Shit, I don't know. Alright, let's just get behind the main tent then. So, get behind the main tent that's like right above us, and then I'll drop the illusion there. Of the dragon, of the kobold running. Yeah, that seems like a good place.
So there where Grimly is right now?
Yeah. And then from there, I'll drop the illusion of a kobold with, well, what looks like a kobold holding a blue horn, running towards the cave.
Okay.
And I guess, should I have, if it can make noise, should I have the kobold just say, I have it, as it's running?
Okay.
Might as well.
Alright.
I will let that fly.
Alright. That's what I do.
Okay. So back to Gru and the two guards. 30 seconds after you started bitching to these two incompetent guards about whatever the hell you decided to bitch about, you notice a blue couple come out of Frulam's tent, yelling, "I have the horn! I have the horn!" What does Gru and the guard? What does Gru do? The guards look alarmed.
Alex, you're muted. I don't know if you did that on purpose.
Yeah. Gru's
What?
muted.
Swearing.
Oh,
What happened?
So it's been about 15 to 30 seconds before you left the party and approached the guard to bitch about whatever the hell you
Mhm.
decided to bitch about, and you see
Yeah.
a kobold run out of the tent, yelling, "I have the horn! I have the horn!" You are surprised. The guard
Right.
acts surprised. What do you do?
I yell at the guards, after him, you idiots.
The guards immediately obey your order. What do you do?
I walk in the other direction.
Fair enough. The rest of the party. The two guards that were guarding you are trying to run towards the kobold. What do you guys do?
We are making towards the exit.
Okay.
Right.
Quietly.
Does Konar
Can we scale
knock
the-
whatever his name, Leosin's out?
Oh,
Yeah, we've got Leosin with us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys manage to scurry away maybe, 50 feet from the tent. You guys are all free. You bump into a random guard that addresses Gru and says, "Where are you taking the prisoners?"
God damn it.
Remember, this guy is extremely sadistic. He enjoys torturing people.
Do we have any sort of, like, I don't know, weird manual labor thing for slaves or anything like that? Did they find anything like that out?
You actually have plenty of manual labor things for random guys digging latrines, whatever.
Well, something that...
It's actually it's actually not past this guy to just pull out prisoners and whip him to death.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with that.
Should we say something along the lines of, oh, I guess, is Gru like taking us out to torture us? Is that what's happening?
I guess.
I don't know. Is that what's happening?
Okay. Can I convincingly pull that off knowing this guy?
Roll
yeah.
for deception.
Okay.
And you have advantage because this guy is feared.
Let me get
amongst
my
the people in the camp.
Character. Where's deception?
And of course, Gru rolls a critical. So, random cultist number 1 says, "Aye, aye, sir." You go ahead and torture the prisoners as
Your
much
black
as
heart
you
out.
want. And you guys manage to walk away almost alive from the camp, carrying
Nice.
an unconscious Leosin on your arms. And with that, I say we conclude tonight's game.
Okay.
You guys managed to escape barely the camp. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, people of the internet, for participating in our game.
Oh, David, Diego, sorry.
Yes.
Did you go over what we learned in the camp?
Yes, the guys.
Because remember I told you, I spent most of the day just gathering rumors and stuff.
You learn a few things that the guys don't know about, but they learn a lot from Leosin.
Okay.
So I can actually review some of the stuff that the guys learn. They learn about the horn. They learned about the true motives of the Cult of the Dragon from Leosin. The Cult of the Dragon does not want to raise Dracolich anymore. They seem to be hoarding gold and treasure in order to revive Tiamat. That's something that you guys heard, from Leosin's conversation. What else do you hear from Leosin? Leosin has been there for a week and a half, if not more. He did not want to leave the camp because he believed that he could learn more. And then that's pretty much what you learn more or less from Leosin, when you guys were having your conversation. Gru, you learn that pasty skin guy is very sadistic, that he is a lieutenant in the army. You learn that this lady called Frulam Mondath is the general of the Blue Army. She commands, I guess everything blue when it comes to dragons. And she has this magical horn that seems to coerce blue dragons into obeying her. There are also dragon eggs in the cave, which seem to be guarded by an ancient blue dragon that is sleeping next to the eggs.
Okay, so don't go there.
Awesome.
What are you gonna do?
You guys walk the fuck away.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're out of the camp, right?
Yep, you guys are out of the camp. You walk a few miles from the the mouth of the lavine. You meet with Chat and Worth, who says, "You guys look like you could use some food and maybe some medicine." And Jorge is, of course, very happy to meet you guys. Jorge is the party's wolf. For those of you guys that are watching, I guess that's it. You guys meet with the goblins and Jorge. Are there any questions about anything?
No, things were pretty good.
All right. I guess with that we can say goodbye. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for putting up with me. Thank you, people of the internet, for watching and participating. I think that's it for tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, take it easy, folks.
All right. Good
Good night.
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 Bye bye.
Night.